Real Madrid have put together one hell of a football team. It's very hard to think of any other team in the world with as many superstars as Real Madrid right now. They have Vini Jr., Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo, Kylian Mbappe, Arda Güler, and Endrick. And these are just attacking talents alone. It doesn't matter whether a label has been put on it. Let's face it, this right here is Galacticos 3.0. But what if we told you that the team is still incomplete despite this flurry of superstar names and talents? It might sound crazy to you, but it's the truth. This very interesting puzzle still has a missing piece, and Real Madrid must buy this player for the new Galacticos to work. What player are we talking about? We're about to tell you. You see, this Real Madrid team has runners, dribblers, goal scorers, box crashers, carriers, long-distance shooters, aerial threats, you name it. But what it lacks right now is a natural high-volume creator and a long-range passer. Last season and the seasons before that, they didn't lack that. Luka Modric and Toni Kroos had those departments covered. Among outfield players in La Liga last season, Kroos had the most accurate long balls played, as well as the best passing accuracy in the league. He also ranked in the top 5 for most accurate final third passes, most chances created, and in the top 6 for most accurate passes altogether. Even Luka Modric, who had very limited game time all season, ranked in the top 10 for most chances created in La Liga in the 2023-24 season. These two together were excellent at opening games up with their different styles of passing, and you could always trust them to create something out of absolutely nothing. But now, Toni Kroos has retired from football, and Luka Modric is expected to play an even more secondary role in the new season. So the team desperately needs a player who'll come in and fill these big passing and creativity shoes. And you know who that player is? Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yes, he's not even a midfielder, but he is undoubtedly one of the best passers of the ball and one of the best high-volume creators in the modern game. He wasn't fit for a large chunk of last season, but in the 2022-23 season, he finished as the defender with the most assists provided in the Premier League and in the top 10 for all players. He was also the defender who created the most big chances in the league that season. In fact, only Bruno Fernandes and Kevin De Bruyne created more big chances in the English top flight that campaign. So, even from the defense, he's always competing with the best attacking midfielders when it comes to chance creation. By the way, Trent was also second for most accurate crosses and most opposition half passes in the entire league that campaign. What all these stats tell us is that this guy, despite being a defender, is one hell of a threat going forward. And bear in mind that Liverpool weren't their usual selves last season, so it's a little more impressive that Trent Alexander-Arnold still managed to put up those incredible numbers while playing in a team that was less than impressive by their usual standards and with limited game time due to injury. Also, the only real goal scorer who was in that team was Mohamed Salah, who plays on the same side as Trent. Sadio Mane had gone, Roberto Firmino was playing a secondary role, and Darwin Núñez had, and still has, a reputation for missing big chances. So, loads of chances that Trent created were wasted, because there was nobody to get at the end of them. But now, imagine Trent in a team like Real Madrid, when he has goal scorers like Vini Jr., Bellingham, Rodrigo, Endrick, and of course Mbappe in front of him. He'd likely finish with the most assists in La Liga. And these are not just dreams. Yes, Trent is a Liverpool boy through and through, having joined the club when he was 6 years old and risen to the apex of the footballing world with them. But you hear that last statement? Therein lies the opportunity for Real Madrid. Trent has established himself as one of the best right-backs in the world and has won the Premier League, the Champions League, and multiple domestic cups at Liverpool. There's nothing left for him to achieve in England, so he might be looking for a new challenge. Remember, he's just 25 years old, and he's already given the Liverpool first team 8 years of his senior career and 20 years in total. He might consider that enough service to his boyhood club. But you know the craziest part? Trent's current Liverpool contract runs out in 2025. Which means that unless he renews, Liverpool would either have to sell him this summer or watch one of their most valuable players leave for free next year. And looking at how PSG got absolutely nothing from Mbappe's departure to Real Madrid this summer, after they refused to sell him last year and the years before, Liverpool's hand might just be forced on the Trent matter. We'll see how that plays out. But essentially, Trent Alexander-Arnold would be just the perfect signing for Real Madrid. Apart from his creativity, which we've talked a lot about already, he's one of the best right-backs in the world. And that's the position Real Madrid has still not taken care of for the future. Dani Carvajal has been a very faithful servant, but he's in his 30s now, and his days at Real Madrid might be numbered. And the fact that he'll be wearing the captain's armband for Real Madrid for most of next season must give Madrid fans a weird feeling about his future at the club. Why do we say that? See, for 4 straight years now, Real Madrid have said goodbye to a club captain every summer. Nacho said goodbye to the club this year, Karim Benzema in 2023, Marcelo in 2022, and Sergio Ramos in 2021. If that pattern continues next year, it could be Dani Carvajal saying goodbye to the club after what will be 12 years. And if that is the case, Madrid would love to be very much prepared. And what better way to prepare for the exit of one of the best right-backs in the world than by replacing him with one of the best right-backs in the world? Right now, Real Madrid doesn't have a Carvajal understudy, which is unusual for them. While they still had Casemiro, Kroos and Modric, they went out to buy Tchouaméni, Camavinga and brought Valverde into the first team, so the handover was smooth. Rodrigo came in before Bale left, Militao came in before Ramos left, Mendy came in before Marcelo left, and Vini came in when Ronaldo was leaving. This is what Real Madrid do. They always adequately prepare for the future, which is why we think they'll get Trent Alexander-Arnold soon. And if Madrid are interested in Trent, they'll very likely get him, because again, that's just what they do. They get almost every player they want. Yes, they didn't get Steven Gerrard from Liverpool some years back, but the man himself confessed that the temptation was truly great. Not everyone can turn down Madrid, and Trent just might not be able to. Another huge factor that might motivate Trent to leave Liverpool is the departure of Jurgen Klopp. It was Klopp who gave him his first shot at the big stage. He promoted him to the first team when he was just 18 years old, believed in him, and mentored him all through. Klopp was like a father to him, and that's why Trent cried during Klopp's farewell ceremony at Anfield. And since Klopp's exit, the future of several Liverpool players have been up in the air. Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk are some other key players whose futures at the club seem uncertain. Klopp was the glue that held the Liverpool team together, and now that he's gone, it could well fall apart. So we won't be surprised if Trent will be one of the players to leave. And you might say that it's not very common for English players to move to Spain, and you'll be correct. But Jude Bellingham joining Real Madrid last year has certainly changed things. Despite keen interest from English clubs, the midfielder moved to the Bernabeu and had an insanely successful debut season, and that must have motivated other English stars to take that bold step away from their comfort zones. And then, Trent is very close friends with Bellingham. The pair have been super close for years now, and that's usually evident anytime they're on international duty with England. We even saw them unleash a special celebration after Bellingham scored his first goal of the 2024 Euros. We're pretty sure that the Real Madrid man was doing some agent work during the Euros, trying to get his very good friend to join him in the Spanish capital. Worth noting that they're both on holiday together now, and Trent has even been seen signing a Madrid shirt. And if Trent does make that move, he'll surely blend in easily. Apart from his friend Bellingham, the Madrid squad is littered with English speakers. Guys like Tchouaméni, Mbappe, Alaba, Camavinga, and even coach Ancelotti all speak fluent English. So even though he'd be in a foreign country, there wouldn't be much of a language barrier. Also, the core of the Madrid squad are all about the same age as Trent. As history has taught us, it's always much easier for a new player to blend into a team when they're playing with people of their age group. Martin Ødegaard infamously could not blend in at Real Madrid when he moved there, because a large portion of the players in the squad were much older. But that'll almost certainly not be the case for Trent. So, whatever angle you choose to look at it from, Trent Alexander will be a perfect signing for Real Madrid. He'll complete what already looks like a scary team on paper, and he'll elevate them to an insanely different level. Another reason Madrid need to buy Trent for this new Galacticos to work is because of one man, Kylian Mbappe. Real Madrid have finally gone their man after 7 years of chasing. And now that he's here, they would want to give him everything he needs to play at his very best. And from comments the man himself has made, for him to play at his scary best, what he needs is a Trent Alexander-Arnold type of player. You see, when Mbappe broke onto the scene as a teenager, what set him apart was his terrifying pace and the insane runs he always made game in, game out. It made it so difficult for defenders to track and mark him. He set the 2018 World Cup on fire with these runs, and he was one of the major reasons France won that title. But we've stopped seeing those runs from him since then. When asked about this during the Euros, Mbappe explained that he stopped making those runs because Paul Pogba, the player who could always find him with long balls, no longer plays. Interesting, isn't it? Now, obviously, Mbappe should still put up good performances even when he's not making those runs, because he's just that guy. But Madrid must surely want him at his best, and the France captain is at his best when he's making runs behind the defense. And, like he said, for him to make those runs, he needs a player regularly playing those long passes. Kroos would have been perfect, but Madrid can no longer have him, and they surely cannot sign Pogba. This is why they must go for the next best thing, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent plays at right back, and Mbappe will be playing down the middle or on the left wing for Real Madrid. This makes for a very easy pass trajectory for the English defender. Crossfield balls are his strong suit. So, if Mbappe is willing to run, Trent will surely be there to ping those long balls to him. At other times, he'll be right up there on the right side of the attack to whip in wicked crosses for Mbappe, Bellingham, or whoever's willing to get into the box and get at the end of it. He'll also take over from Kroos when it comes to set pieces. Madrid have a lot of fine players, but now that Kroos is gone, they don't have a lot of set-piece specialists. Mbappe, Vinny, and Bellingham are all good goal scorers, but these are not the guys you put behind a free kick or a corner. But you know who is that guy? Trent Alexander-Arnold. He scores free kicks, and he plays excellent corner kicks. If Madrid get him, they'd not even miss Kroos in the set-piece department. So, we have proven to you that stylistically and tactically, Trent Alexander-Arnold is a perfect fit for Real Madrid. But what's more is that he's also a perfect cultural fit. Real Madrid is a club of winners. Almost everyone who's ever played for the club has a very strong winning mentality, and it's evident that Trent has that as well. This guy completed club football at just 23 years of age, you know. Do you realize how crazy that is? And obviously, it's not just about winning trophies. He's often been one of the best players on the team during these title-winning campaigns. He's been named in the PFA Team of the Year 3 times and has been named in the Champions League Team of the Year and FIFA Pro World 11 once each. He's been named Premier League Player of the Month twice and Young Player of the Season once. So, he's always been a player who propels his team to success and sits at the table of the best in the world. On top of all that, this guy doesn't know when he's beaten. When Liverpool seem down and out, Trent's usually trying different tricks to get them out of it, and it's very often yielded positive results. I mean, we all saw him come up with one of the greatest assists in Champions League history to help Liverpool complete a historic comeback against Barcelona in the 2019 semi-final. And, well, speaking of Barcelona, it is always a plus when a prospective Real Madrid signing already has a big highlight against the club's biggest rivals. And trust us, there aren't many bigger highlights than corner taken quickly. So, in every way you choose to look at it, Trent Alexander-Arnold will fit perfectly at Real Madrid. They need him, and he sort of needs them. So Real Madrid must make that signing happen. But do you think it'll happen? Will Trent make that move to Spain to complete the Galacticos, or will he reject Madrid and remain at Liverpool and go on to be a captain just like Steven Gerrard? Tell us what you think in the comments, and as always, give the video a like if you enjoyed it.